Cause of your hair loss did not happen overnight, and it is not going to be overnight for any type of restoration. When you come in for the trichology consultations, I try to be very transparent and I try to be honest. I'm never trying to be like a snake oil salesman. I try to tell you the truth. And the truth of the matter is the majority of guests, women, men, people who have experienced hair loss, it is due to systemic reason within your body, right? And unless you get that under control and the effects that this systemic deficiency causes, you're not going to get your hair loss under control. And with your hair loss, you come in for your consultation and we try to get to, you hear it all the time, the root cause, because there is a root cause. And you'll see your favorite celebrity say, oh, I had hair loss and I used this magical ointment, drop, oil, and you're impressed and you buy it. But then a year from now, that same celebrity is showing you a new product and how it helped their new hair loss because they didn't address the systemic issue that is going on most of the time, except for traction alopecia, things of that nature. But for the most part, your alopecia is due to a systemic deficiency. So you have to address that and what it causes within your body. When you come into a hair loss practice, what we do is supportive. There's nothing that we do that grows hair. It's nothing that a trichologist does that grows hair. What we do is support your body in restoring its balance in order for you to be able to grow hair and sustain hair. And that is going to come from, and that also depends on the type of hair loss you have. You have to know the type of hair loss you have. When guests come in for the consultation, the first thing we do is we try to get to the reason you are experiencing hair loss. Now, sometimes I could look at your hair and your scalp and tell that this has been going on for many years, and I know where you are mentally. That person who's had hair loss for 25 years and the majority of their hair is gone, they're normally at a place of acceptance of this, and now they're looking for a solution for confidence. Now they're looking for a hair loss solution where they can be confident and they can get back out in the world and they can be their best selves and replace that hair, right? But when you come in for a consultation and I see what type of hair loss you have, if I feel like it's treatable, we can stop it, we can slow it down, we can address it, then we're going to talk about how we can address it. And we're also going to talk about a hair piece that would complement that. We're going to talk about a hair piece that is not an extended wear attachment, because we need to be able to address your hair loss. But like I said, when it's advanced hair loss, then we talk about those options. Knowing your type of hair loss is imperative for us to determine what hair loss solution will be best for you and your lifestyle, right? So that's why the consultation is very important. Now, when you get to a place where you come in and you don't want to wear hair, you want to see if you can restore it. I'm very transparent about that. My goal in that instance is to help you see less scalp if possible. If we look on the scope and we see significant scarring, I tell you it's an uphill battle. And often in that instance, the goal is to get the hair around those areas to be fuller. So me determining you're going to get less scalp, sometimes that's not enough for a guest. Sometimes a guest is looking for me to say, you're about to have a ponytail in about 6 months. That's not logical. It did not take 6 months for your hair to get like that. So you have to think about that. Your body is the same as anybody else's body. You can't come in here and I do some razzmatazz and now your hair grows faster than everybody else's hair grows. That's not possible. So our goal is to get you as many hairs in the anagen phase as possible with supportive treatments, with me supporting and helping you address the internal deficiencies that may be causing you to have hair loss. It is very complicated. And because of the complications of it, because of the predatory practices, because I know that a hair loss guest has been through so much, it is very difficult for me to convey that sometimes. We do scalp treatments, we do treatments to address any deficiencies in the scalp. We have to get through all of that in order to determine what type of hair loss you have. If you have folliculitis, we're not going to just pop a hair piece on. If you have any type of infections, of course, we have to address things. So having a consultation and going to the right place is imperative. I try my best to be transparent. I never promise you're going to be Rapunzel. I never promise that because it's not logical. But my goal is to help you determine what type of hair loss you have. What can we do to address the systemic issues that are causing the hair loss? And we help with that with supportive treatments in the office. What type of supportive treatments in the office? It depends on your particular type of hair loss. There's nothing that we do that is for everybody's hair loss. I cannot treat genetic hair loss the same as traction alopecia. I cannot treat scarring alopecia the same as telogen effluvium. Scarring alopecia is scarring alopecia. Telogen effluvium is often temporary. So all of these, you have to know what type of hair loss you have, because now if you have telogen effluvium, then you know not to put an extended wear attachment on. And if you know you have advanced hair loss with a minimal possibility of restoration, then you know not to get certain types of hair pieces because it's not going to make you happy. So the consultation is very important. Being realistic about your goals is very important. Going to the right place is very important. So make sure you do your research. You need to get to the root cause. You need to find out why you have hair loss before you wear hair. Find out why before you wear hair. And if you can address it, address it. Okay? If you cannot, that's what non-surgical hair replacement is for. Thank you.